The sun was soft that morning. Emma walked to her father's house. She carried a small bag with warm bread. She knocked on the door. No one answered. She pushed the door open. "Dad!" she called. No sound came back. Emma smiled a little. Maybe he is still in bed, she thought. She went to his room. The bed was empty. The blanket was folded. The shoes by the door were gone. Her smile faded. She checked the kitchen. The kettle was cold. Emma's heart gave a small jump. She looked at the open front door. The street outside was quiet. She whispered, "Love makes you check twice." Then she picked up her phone. Emma called her brother. "Tom, Dad is gone," she said. Tom's voice was sharp. "What? When?" "I don't know. The door was open. His shoes are gone." "I'm coming," Tom said. 10 minutes later, Tom arrived. They walked down the street. Emma asked a man, "Have you seen an old man with a blue hat?" The man shook his head. "Sorry." They checked the small park. No sign of him. Emma's heart beat fast. She could hear it in her ears. They went to a shop. "Have you seen an old man with a blue hat?" Tom asked the shopkeeper. "No," the shopkeeper said. "But I can ask my customers." Every minute felt long. Emma whispered, "Every minute feels like an hour when you wait for someone." They walked on. Hope walked with them, step by step. A young woman waved at them. "I think I saw him," she said. "Where?" Emma asked. "At the bus stop," the woman said. "He was sitting alone." Emma and Tom ran to the bus stop. An old man sat on the bench. He wore a blue hat. Emma's steps slowed. It was not their father. The man looked up and smiled. Emma smiled back, but her eyes were wet. "Sorry," she said softly, and they walked away. Tom called from the corner. "I checked the market." No one saw him. Emma felt her chest grow heavy. Sometimes a kind face is not the face you are looking for. You can be surrounded by people and still feel alone. The sun was higher now. The streets looked the same, but felt colder. Emma sat on a bench by the street. Her legs felt heavy. Her hands were cold, even in the sun. Tom stood nearby looking at his phone. He sighed. "No news," he said. Emma did not answer. She stared at the ground. A bus passed. The sound was loud, but it felt far away. Suddenly, Emma's phone rang. The number was strange. Her heart jumped. She pressed the green button. "Hello?" A warm voice came through. "Is this Emma?" Yes, it is." "I am the owner of a small cafe," the voice said. "Your father is here. He is safe." Emma stood up so fast her bag almost fell. Her eyes filled with tears. "Where? Please tell me." The man gave her the address. Tom looked at her. "What is it?" "It's Dad," Emma said. "He's in a cafe." They ran. The street signs passed like quick flashes. Emma's breath was fast, but her hope was faster. One call can bring you back to life. Hope is never truly gone. It hides, and then it comes back. The cafe was small and warm. The smell of coffee filled the air. Emma saw her father near the window. He was drinking from a white cup. Sunlight fell on his face. For a moment, he looked young again. "Dad?" Emma called softly. He turned and smiled. "There you are," he said, as if he had been waiting for her. Emma sat beside him. "Why did you come here?" she asked. He looked at the window. "I was waiting for your mother," he said. Emma's heart ached. Her mother had passed away years ago. "This was where we met," her father said. His eyes were far away, lost in a warm memory. Emma took his hand. "Let's go home," she whispered. He nodded, still smiling. They stood up together. Love can outlive memory. The heart remembers what the mind forgets.